Welcome to another episode of Digital First Podcast. I am your host, Akhona Mbhele, and today we are sitting with the star photographer Fulu, talking everything visual storytelling. Welcome to the podcast, Fulu.
Thank you. I like that you called me star, superstar. Thank you.
Can you please take us through your role here at Jorin in terms of visual storytelling?
Well, I think my role here at Jorin is quite a bit
diverse.
Yeah, because I am more of a creative strategist, and then also a bit more on the creative design part and photography side. But yeah, today I find myself in front of the camera, so it's quite
interesting.
No, not even, but yeah.
So we've seen the rise of AI in today's world, right?
Yeah.
Do you think AI and filters are hurting or they are benefiting the authentic storytelling?
With that, I think a lot of people say AI is hurting storytelling, it's taking away creativity, because a lot of us a lot of people end up just putting AI to the test, and AI comes up with all these stories and they're not as authentic. But personally, I feel like AI is enhancing what we have, and it's kind of making certain processes quicker, and it helps people, man. It has now enhanced how we do things, and it also comes up with its own ideas as well that can, I think, zhuzh up, if that's a word that I could use. But, it does zhuzh up a bit of what we have. So, yeah, I think it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Do you think in any way it hurts the authentic storytelling?
With that, it does. Because AI hasn't gone through the experiences that we have. And so it normally just relies on what people put in there, and then it just takes information from the internet and what's there. But essentially, there is not all the information that is on the internet. So it is hurting some of these things that are there. So on that part, yes. I think, I love AI, but...
it does hurt and it does benefit.
Yeah, there's always good and bad to something.
Yeah. So if brands were people, which one do you think will be the best model on camera?
I think we already have one here. This brand it's good. I love it. That's the one brand that I think on a daily basis I think of a lot. There's so much potential about this one, and because it's a darling. It's a darling. Try it out, guys.
Why do you think visual storytelling is powerful in digital marketing?
So with that, I would say it's powerful because lately social media is visuals. We are a generation that relies a lot on visuals. This is visuals as well. It's good, and it does sell a product. It sells a story. It tells a story as well. So images, quality images, and lately, our phones have quality cameras that we use that to tell stories. I mean, a lot of us here have TikTok, and that's you telling your different story day to day. And I mean, brands are also going the direction of getting influencers on TikTok to start promoting their brands, because they know that visuals are important. We are visual people, so visuals speak to people on a daily basis. Everywhere you go, there's just visuals. I mean, look at behind us, there's visuals as well. So visuals they are the future currently. I mean, that's why also with AI deals with visuals most of the time after when you have to deal with things like this. So
can you take us through the creative process when planning like a photo shoot or a brand campaign?
Man. You see, when it comes to that one, it differs. It differs from brands to brands. If we were to go with Madmaxer, for example, you'd have to think of your audience, who you're going through, and what message are you trying to portray in terms of that, and then also what look and feel are you going for, the colors, what colors mean to people, the wording. So there's a whole lot of things that you have to think about, and also the models that you want to get. So I think for this it will depend on what we want to say, you know, what we want to do, and what's the outcome for that.
Can you tell me about maybe a brand campaign that you did that you are most proud of, and what stood out for you in that specific brand campaign?
That I'm most proud of?
Yes. I'm sure you're proud of a lot of campaigns you do, but there's just that
yeah,
one.
I think the one that I would say I'm proud of is my fake wedding, right?
Yes.
I mean, that one, it still has, it's been how many years now? It's been probably 2-3 years since that campaign. Until date, people still talk about it. People still think I'm married. Well, I am married, but people still think I'm... People think I'm married for real. Like, I was getting married on that day, and it was a success. You know, the fact that people still talk about it
Till today.
yeah, it's one that, you know, although I don't like the fact that people still kind of be like, hey, are you married to that person? And I'm like, no, you know, and you have to answer that question. But besides that, I'm proud of it. It's yeah, because Lerato actually sent me pictures this past week saying, do you remember this young, showing me my young family there?
Yes.
You know, so that's one campaign that I'd say
went really well.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a vision for a campaign and it seemed like it's not going well that time, but it turned out really great?
My wedding, yes.
Same campaign.
Same campaign, because I was in front of the camera again. You know, Rendani was like, my brother, you need to be in front of the camera. And, you know, on the day when you're shooting, because I'm one person that loves being behind the camera,
Yes.
right? And directing and doing all that. So how I envisioned it was something else, right? Then on the day when I'm in front, I'm now having to take direction. I have to also direct myself. And I'm just like, I don't think this is going well, you know? But in post-production, you start looking at it and say, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and when you put it out there, it's actually received.
Yes. Because it's sitting at what, 20K views or something like that?
Yeah, that's a lot of views.
So yeah.
Do you think equipment really matter in this field?
A lot of people like saying equipment doesn't matter, and that's a lie. That is a lie. Equipment is, you know, equipment is everything.
To what extent does it matter?
To a very huge extent, because if you look at the equipment that people used probably 15 years ago and the equipment we use now, when you compare also the quality that it takes out, it's so different. Back in the days, we didn't even have, 4K, right? Now we have 4K, we have 6K. So it does matter. Because some equipment you would find that, okay, people just be like, shoot, it's fine, you know, we'll get there. But essentially, you know, once you have equipment that can shoot crystal clear images, high quality, that does resonate well as well with most people. So equipment does matter a lot.
So for someone who's starting out, what tools or equipment do you recommend that is good but does not break the bank?
So with that one, it's quite broad, because lately all these brands are coming up with something that is industry level equipment. So with that, I would just always say to people that when you're doing your research, find something that is entry level. Always just search entry level, either camera, lighting, you know, and start learning from that. But don't go anything that is crop censored. Don't go for that. I'd always say to a person, try full frame or something with higher megapixels. That's a good start.
Fulu, thank you so much for joining us today and for that insightful conversation. We've come to an end of this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.
3, 2, 1, let's go! Thank you guys.